Hi there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Thanks for making us part of your day. Coming up, At the Fights takes a fascinating look at the world of professional boxing. I recently sat down with the author and photographer Howard Schatz about his one-of-a-kind book. We'll share that with you coming up. And Ray of Light Farm is a nonprofit animal rescue and animal-assisted therapy center that's helping to connect people with animals of all kinds. We'll meet the founder along with Cammie, one of the farm's llamas. And I'm here in the kitchen with food blogger Taylor Greenberg. Taylor, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're getting ready for the holidays, aren't we?
Yes, and it's tough not to pack on the pound, so.
You have some suggestions for us.
I'm going to show a healthy holiday appetizer.
And what is it exactly?
They are zucchini and chicken sausage roll-ups with a homemade marinara sauce for dipping.
I like the sound of it. All right, Taylor, let's start the show. Look right at the camera, too. Tell everyone what they need to do.
Sit back, relax, because you're having lunch with style.
I'm News 8's Ann Craig.
I'm Joyce Bray, president of the Connecticut Breast Health Initiative. Our state has the second highest incidence rate of breast cancer in the country.
Let's take a stand in Connecticut. Be a part of Pink Power. Find out how at WTNH.com.
Watch Connecticut Style weekdays at 12:30 on News 8, featuring Dr. Langdon, a board-certified dermatologist specializing in laser and cosmetic surgery.
If you're ready to get more from your TV service, now's a great time to get AT&T UVerse TV. Make the switch.
Call now to get AT&T UVerse TV for only $29 a month for 6 months with a total home DVR included free for life. Plus add HBO and Cinemax and get the first 3 months free.
With UVerse TV, you can record 4 shows at once with a total home DVR that lets you play back, pause, or rewind your shows from any room. Get over 170 HD channels. That's more than cable.
Call now to get AT&T UVerse TV for only $29 a month for 6 months with a total home DVR included free for life. Plus add HBO and Cinemax and get the first 3 months free.
And now, exclusively from AT&T, our wireless receiver lets you move your TV where you want around the house, even outside, so you're no longer tied to the TV outlet.
AT&T UVerse TV like you've never seen before.
Connecticut's most detailed forecast is only on WXEdge.com.
It's a look into the world of professional boxing like you've never seen before. At the Fights was a 6-year project by leading studio photographer Howard Schatz. Howard joins me now on Connecticut Style. Howard, this is such an impressive book. It's like nothing we've ever seen before.
Well, thank you very much. That was the idea. I studied every book that had ever been done on boxing, whether it was art or photography and all sorts of artistic things like sculpture. And I try to find my own way. And we worked very hard, and I believe that's what we did.
Were you a boxing fan to begin with?
I was always interested in boxing because having studied athletes in other projects, this is my 19th book, this boxing book, I realized that boxers are different from any athlete. They face adversity. They face an opponent who wants to knock them out.
That's true.
Imagine choosing that sort of life. Sure. And through the interviews in this book with the great champions, I came to understand what this courage and heart and passion for the fighting is.
I guess I should ask, how did you start putting the book together? I know you said it was a 6-year project. A lot of research, I'm assuming.
Yeah, first of all, I interviewed and photographed as portraiture all the important people in boxing who are not boxers, promoters, managers, judges, referees, cutmen, commissioners, heads of sanction agencies, television analysts, writers. And they really taught me, and those interviews are in this book. And then we went about finding the champions. And since I photographed for all the big magazines, Vanity Fair, ESPN magazine, Sports Illustrated, the great champions came to us, came to our studio, and we were able to make really great images.
That's incredible. In fact, let's put up some of those images so we could see what's inside the book. This is Mike Tyson, correct?
This is Mike Tyson.
He looks angry, Howard.
Well, you know, he has been photographed many times, and he understood about photography. I was sent by Sports Illustrated to Las Vegas to photograph him, and he gave me that scowl after we had explored all sorts of things. Within a minute, he went, Milan, and his 1.5-year-old daughter came running up to him. He picked her up in his arms, and I have a beautiful father-daughter
Oh, he
picture.
wasn't so scary then, was he?
Yeah, and it's in the book as well. He was a great, interesting person, as all the boxers were.
All right, and this next one we're looking at?
This is Kasim Uma. Kasim Uma from Uganda. When he was 6, he was kidnapped by the Ugandan Liberation Army and was made a child soldier and did horrible things during his life. And he said that because they disciplined him by hitting him all the time, boxing came easy to him.
Oh.
And he said to me in the interview, all I want to be in this world is a good person.
Wow, that's impressive stuff. Ooh, and what are we looking at here? This is unique.
Yeah, I wanted to make dynamic, energetic, powerful images that popped off the page.
Sure.
And so I used all sorts of methods to do that. I explained to the boxers what we were doing. They understood.
And they didn't mind it? They went along with it?
Well, you know, when a boxer sits in a corner in between rounds, he has gloves on, he can't even drink water himself. They give him water, they close his cuts, they clean him up. So I realized I can do anything. I threw water, paint. In this case, we threw salt, and I told Amir Khan, hit the salt so hard, and I was 40 feet away, that it hits the front of the camera. And he understood about making something that was powerful and dynamic.
Wow, it's just an incredible picture there. And someone's back here,
This
right,
is
with
James
tattoos?
Kirkland, and he has a great story. I mean, he had a very tough childhood. He did bad things. He was in jail, and he came out and found his way in boxing. And he leads a disciplined, serious, focused life as a champion.
Great. Now I have to ask you, I know that in the book we find out where the term "let's get ready to rumble" comes from. Can you give us a sneak peek?
Well, throughout the book, there are all these interviews, and of course, Michael Buffer's in the book. He derived the term from Muhammad Ali, who said, "Let's rumble in the jungle."
Oh, sure.
And Buffer has copyrighted that term. No one can use it, and he sells it. He sells it to books, to television stations, to movies, and he's made millions and millions. Wow. He's really a really good man.
All right, so let's move on. Some of the things that boxers fear most.
The worst thing for a boxer, and they talk about this in the book, every one of them I asked about, what is it, what do you fear? They're not worried about getting hit. They're not worrying about getting cut. Some of them say, I taste blood and it turns me on and becomes more ferocious and more determined. They fear losing. Losing is shameful and awful. One boxer, after he lost a championship fight, sat in a chair in his apartment and cried for 10 days. He couldn't eat or sleep. He was in such horrible emotional pain. And through the interviews, we learned that.
Wow. Now let me ask you, what do you think is the biggest difference between boxing today versus years ago?
Well, they call it the sport of kings and eventually the sweet science, and it hasn't changed. But I wanted to try to understand in this book and through the interviews and through my photos what it was that was so courageous and made these boxers want to fight. And I sort of came to an understanding of it. And I believe what's really different are these photographs, which have never been seen before.
That's great. Now, Howard, where can we find the book?
The book can be seen in found in all the local bookstores, in Books A Million, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com.
I mean,
online.
it's international. It's everywhere, right?
Yes, it's been all over the place, and it's been written up in newspapers and magazines all over the world.
Well, Howard, thank you so much for coming on Connecticut Style and sharing with us.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, stay with us. More Connecticut Style after the break. The name again? The name of the book again is The Fights Inside the World of Professional Boxing.
At the Fights.
At the Fights. At the Fights. There we go. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Nothing shatters the holidays faster than a car crash.
State and local police are cracking down on speeding, unbuckled drivers, and drunk driving this season.
We will stop you before you put an end to your holiday.
Or someone else's.
Hello, folks. Rob Valenti from our 4 Volkswagen locations. Valenti Volkswagen in Mystic, Old Saybrook, Hartford, and Watertown. We have you covered with our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive sales event with over 300 new Volkswagen vehicles available. 2013 Volkswagen Jetta S, only $189 a month. Sign Then Drive. 2013 Volkswagen Passat S, $239 a month. Sign Then Drive. Clean turbo diesels arriving daily. Get a chance to win a lease on a new 2013 Volkswagen Beetle. Just stop by any one of our 4 Valenti locations, take a test drive, and you'll be entered to win.
I took a look at the bill from the phone company.
Our voice and internet bill? My business was wasting money.
We waited.
And we was throwing money away.
And for what?
Outdated voice and internet.
I took one look, just one.
And I couldn't wait to do this.
We switched.
Yeah, we did.
To Comcast Business Class.
Don't wait. Get fast internet and 2 full-featured voice lines with unlimited nationwide calling for just $99.85 a month. Switch to Comcast Business Class today.
Ready or not, the holidays are here, and with it comes parties, get-togethers, and plenty of food. So how can you enjoy the holidays without overindulging? Taylor Greenberg is a registered nurse and a food blogger and is here with some ideas for healthy appetizers. Welcome back, Taylor.
Thank you.
Before we get started, tell us a little bit about your blog and what we could find there.
It's basically healthy versions of everyone's favorite unhealthy foods, and they're kind of, I'm a 20-something, so they're done on a budget. They're done in minimal time, you know, in a small space.
Very good.
Basically anyone can do it.
We could find this recipe over there?
Yes.
These are chicken sausage
zucchini roll-ups. So they're like the perfect holiday appetizer. I always say if you have to bring something to a party, bring something healthy, so at least you can count on one healthy
something made. Yeah, that's a good thought. And you know, you're gonna tell us how to make the sauce also.
Yes, which is my grandmother's.
Oh, you're sharing recipes, secrets with us.
Marinara sauce.
Very good. All right, how do we get started?
You just have your zucchini, and you want to thinly slice it, but not too thin. I learned the hard way; it completely falls apart once you cook it.
Trial and error, I guess.
So just slice it. I like to slice it. This one's sharper. If you slice it this way, I find it's easier.
Okay.
And just keep your hand on top so it doesn't get sliced.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. So you end up with these slices. Do it with the whole zucchini. You want to toss it in some olive oil, salt, and garlic powder.
Okay.
And then just stick it. If you have a grill pan, that's even better. But you can just stick it right in whatever pan you have over like medium-high heat, and you want to just cook it until it gets a little golden brown on top, so it'll look like these.
Okay, very good.
So once that's done, you have your chicken sausages, which you can get basically anywhere now, and you can totally use pork sausage or anything, but
this is healthier, right?
These are much healthier.
Okay.
So you can either cook them before. I cut them up into these little bite-sized pieces before cooking them.
Okay.
And you want to just saute them basically until they're cooked. So then you're just going to take. Use this one. This one's good. One of these zucchinis. And you want to take about half a cup of ricotta cheese.
Okay.
And about 1 to 2 roasted red peppers, just the jarred. And you want to just add this. And this is going to be like a cheese
filling, kind of, right?
Yes. So it's going to help hold it together.
Taylor, let me ask you, how did you eat healthy during Thanksgiving?
I didn't. I did not at all.
I guess it's fair to cheat every once in a while, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I eat healthy most of the year, so I figure Thanksgiving, Christmas, the holiday, Halloween, you know. I mean, there are certain foods I can't say no to. So, but I mean, I'm always all for, if you are trying to eat healthy, high protein, everything in moderation. You can still have the mashed potatoes, just don't have a giant bowl of them.
Good thought. All right, so you're just kind of...
You just want to spread this cheese filling right there. Snag a chicken sausage. And you just want to roll them up. And you want to make sure the zucchini is not too hot, because the cheese will melt and become like water.
Okay.
And then you're just going to spear them with toothpicks.
That's pretty easy.
And so then my family makes fun of me because I put dip on everything.
You like dip? Okay.
I love dip.
So we're going to dip in a little marinara sauce today.
Yes. So in a saucepan, this is my grandmother's recipe. And it's like my family's favorite. And she puts dried basil and like everything. And I like it better in the sauce than fresh basil.
Really?
It
okay.
Packs more of a punch. So there's a ton in here, probably 1 to 2 tablespoons. So you have your basil, you have a medium onion chopped up, and about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. So you just want to saute that.
A little olive oil too?
A little olive oil.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Saute that over medium-high heat until it just all becomes translucent.
Okay.
And then just one 28-ounce can of pressed red tomatoes.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna
mix it around, heat it up, pretty easy, right?
The longer you let it cook, the better it's gonna taste.
Okay.
And so you let that cook, and it'll get, you wanna like bring it to a simmer, let it, it'll get like a darker red.
Okay.
And then you serve it with the
And you
roll-ups to dip.
Are these bite-sized? Yeah, probably,
They are.
right?
Yep. Maybe 2 biters, but
2 biters. Taylor, how's your new job going? I
it's
know
wonderful.
you're a nurse.
Wonderful.
First-year
I lucked
nurse.
out and have the holidays off, which
Very good.
is unheard of, but I'm not complaining.
No,
so.
congratulations for that, and thank you for this appetizer.
Thank you.
We'll have the recipe over on WTNH.com. And one more time, your blog?
InnocentIndulgences.com.
Very good. All right, up
Thank
next,
you.
it's all about pets with style. We'll tell you about a local rescue group that is helping animals of all kinds find loving homes. Stay with us. We'll
This apartment building was damaged by Hurricane Sandy, forcing its residents out. And they say their landlord still hasn't fixed the place up.
Every day you call the office and they say, well, they're going to start working today. And every day nothing happens.
No, I'm loaded with anxiety. I'm unemployed, so it's kind of hard for me to find another place.
Well, we're fighting hard to get these people back into their homes. Who's got your back? News 8.
The firm was actually started by my great-grandfather over 127 years ago. The firm was always small, and personal service meant a lot to both my great-grandfather and my grandfather and my father. And they developed a good working relationship with their clients, which we continue today.
We decided against the growth angle and stayed with the personal representation.
It allows you to provide more personal service, which I believe ultimately leads to a better result for our client.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That changed my life.
At that moment, it hit me. This is why I joined the Guard. We're soldiers, always ready to protect our country. But we've also got communities. Family, friends, neighbors who count on us. I couldn't believe it. I just saved a life. Somebody from my hometown.
See what it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Ray of Light Farm is an animal rescue and animal assisted therapy center dedicated to helping people connect with animals. Bonnie Bonjourn is the founder and president and joins me now. She brought Cammy the llama with her. We've never had a llama on the show before.
Well, thank you for bringing one in. They're interesting animals.
Tell me a little bit about him.
This is Cammy. His name is short for camouflage due to his markings. He's kind of got a camouflage outfit on and was ahead of his time with that. He's almost 16 years old. And he's been with me since he was 2, so I've had him for a while.
And do llamas make good companions?
Absolutely. As you can see, he hasn't been inside in years, and he's just standing here. He walked in behind me, and llamas have a lot of roles in the world.
Do they?
Yeah.
What is their job on the farm?
On a typical farm, on a typical farm, like sheep farmers will use them a lot. They protect the herds. For us, he's used just for visiting and therapy, and people come along to visit and learn a little bit about llamas.
Okay.
They like to greet you by smelling your breath to see what you had for breakfast.
Oh.
Make sure it wasn't llama.
All right.
They're used, I've actually heard they're used on golf courses in different places to carry the golf clubs.
No
they're
kidding.
Native pack animals
they're
from
caddies
South
too.
America.
Wow, you want to smile for us, Cammy? That's a great shot. So how big is this guy?
This guy's probably a medium-sized llama.
Okay.
They generally range between 200 and 450 pounds. He's probably right in the middle of that.
Okay.
He used to be a little heavier than he is now, but as he ages, he gets a little lighter.
Can I pet him?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very soft. Now, I know that you can make a wool with that, or a
They call it
yarn?
fiber.
Fiber?
They can get clipped every year. It's as soft as you feel here. is what the products are afterwards.
Ah, I see.
I had a shawl that I meant to bring with me that someone knit for me out of
lovely.
his and his companion's fiber, and it's just incredibly warm.
Bonnie, tell us about the nonprofit Ray of Light Farm.
Ray of Light Farm's kind of a special place. We do mostly horse rescue, horse and donkey rescue. We try to give people a different taste of life, hoping that they just enjoy themselves there, find a different connection with other life forms.
All right. How many other animals do you have there?
There's probably about 160 total.
Oh, wow, that's quite a big farm you have.
It's a big farm. So.
And you say that there's a lot of miracle stories with people connecting and through therapy, that type of thing. Can you share that with us? Or one of them with us?
I could share hundreds of them with you, but let's see. The ones that involve people, we had a speech-delayed little boy that used to come and visit us, and he wouldn't say a word. He'd point, not say anything. And all of a sudden, he started connecting with a goat we had named Oprah.
Oh, how great.
So he uttered the word, oh. And then eventually, like a couple years later, just out of the blue, he waved out his car window, bye-bye.
And spoke.
And those were the first 2 words that he had put together.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Just from being around the animals.
Sure. Bonnie, tell us about the Winter Wonderland fundraiser that's coming up.
Saturday evening, the next 2 Saturdays, weather permitting, we have a horse-drawn wagon ride that goes through the woods. Helps to raise funds for our winter debts that we get every year, and then hot chocolate by the campfire and caroling.
I love it. And of course, more information over at rayoflightfarm.com. Cammie, thanks so much for coming on the show. He's been a great guest.
Thank you.
Man, a few words, but
Thank you.
pretty good. Bonnie, thank you too as well. And stay
You're
with
welcome.
us. More Connecticut
You're
Style
welcome.
after the break. We'll be right back.
All right.
I'd like you to do a duet.
With who?
Big stars,
You were going to be on that stage because of me, and everybody here knows it.
even bigger egos.
Not believe we have to do this.
Nashville, all new tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC.
If you're ready to get more from your TV service, now's a great time to get AT&T Uverse TV. Make the switch.
Call now to get AT&T Uverse TV for only $29 a month for 6 months with a total home DVR included free for life. Plus add HBO and Cinemax and get the first 3 months free.
With Uverse TV, you can record 4 shows at once with a total home DVR that lets you play back, pause, or rewind your shows from any room. Get over 170 HD channels. That's more than cable.
Call now to get AT&T Uverse TV for only $29 a month for 6 months with a total home DVR included free for life. Plus add HBO and Cinemax and get the first 3 months free.
And now, exclusively from AT&T, our wireless receiver lets you move your TV where you want around the house, even outside, so you're no longer tied to the TV outlet.
AT&T Uverse TV like you've never seen before.
Watch our special Firehouse Fridays on Connecticut Style, where local firefighters create their favorite dishes and tell you how you can support the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital.
I've been involved with the Burn Center for 22 years, and I've seen how important it is to our state. Thank you for your donations.
So here's a holiday attraction that aims to give Southern Californians something more dramatic than a white Christmas. ABC 7's Alex Mickelson has the story.
Southern California is known for sunshine and palm trees all year round, but near the Queen Mary in Long Beach, there's a chill in the air. To feel it, you need a special parka for entry.
Right, let's do it. Welcome to the Ice Kingdom.
Inside the Ice Kingdom is the coolest holiday celebration on the West Coast. It's a 13,000 square foot walking exhibit carved entirely of ice. Here, it's 9 degrees.
You're from Thousand Oaks. Have you ever been this cold before?
No.
The most fun part? You get to slide right out of the Queen Mary.
Besides the slide for us big kids, there's a small kid slide as well, plus spectacular holiday-themed sculptures.
So we actually bring 30 artisans here from Harbin, China to carve what you see here. It takes a couple of months of preparation and carving, and we brought ice from all over the country, 3 different plants.
In all, 2 million pounds of ice from 5,000 ice blocks.
The sculptures are pretty cool to think that people made them. It's really mind-blowing.
Outside the Ice Palace, there's ice skating, ice tubing, ice cream, and even a chance to meet Santa Claus. Chill opens at 3 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
And if you come, don't forget to dress warm.
I got 3 layers on.
3 layers on? Are you still cold?
Yeah. I'm wearing 5 layers and I'm still really cold.
I guess they're not used to the cold out there in Southern California. Hey, celebrity designer Jonathan Adler recently teamed up with GMA's Laura Spencer to get tips on how to add a little jingle to your home this holiday season. Take a look.
No doubt about it, it is that time of year. Time to deck the halls GMA style. So, welcome to our humble abode. Who better to bring some holiday bling to our hallowed halls than designer extraordinaire Jonathan Adler?
To me, the holidays are about peace and love, and I think that's something that I want to bring to the set.
For years, Jonathan has wowed the home decor world with his fabulous and fun designs on everything from throw pillows to candles to lamps. So if he can do this to an ottoman, the question is, what can he do with our studio? When you're doing holiday decor, where does one start?
One starts, the question is, where does one end?
I want you to feel at home here. You can play with the cameras, you can do things above, you can
awesome.
put things on the floor.
You know what, there's a lot of opportunity for hanging stuff, which is awesome. Elves.
In his newly released book, Jonathan Adler, 100 Ways to Happy Chic Your Life, Jonathan writes about the importance of having a muse in mind when you design. So who is it for our studio?
My main muse here is the team, the on-air talent, because they're all so sweet and great and fun.
That's right. For the first time in our lives, the GMA gang is the muse for Jonathan's magic. And his look for our lovely holiday set, traditional with a decidedly contemporary wink. Forget evergreens. This year, our trees are all made of boxwood and covered with snow-covered collections of animals. There are critters sporting scarves and more than a few surprises.
Definitely going to use this on the set because it's surreal, and that's kind of what you want at the holidays, something that's a little bit fantastical.
And Jonathan's advice for GMA viewers?
I think your holiday decor should be fun. It should be over the top. More is more at the holidays.
Is more at the holidays. You can't go overboard, I don't think, with decorations,
no,
right?
Never.
Have you put up a tree yet?
I did the day after. Well, actually, the day before Thanksgiving.
Oh, how fun
Went right
and
up.
festive.
I just moved out and have my own place, so it's been fun to decorate
It's
on
great.
my own.
Yeah, and it's only up for a month, so I feel like that's okay, right?
Exactly.
Taylor, how'd you finish these off? You just
Plated
added the
them
sauce?
up, put a little greenery on the side, and
Looks
put the
lovely.
sauce on the side. So.
Tell us what your latest post was. What can we find on your blog?
I just made a really yummy Mexican lasagna, which is like whole wheat tortillas layered with black beans and
Sounds
green
great.
peppers. Yeah, really yummy.
All right, well, I'm going to try one of these. Taylor, thanks for being here. Thanks to all of our
you.
guests. And most of all, thank you at home for watching. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.